excited? Okay, Missy.
Well, good morning, folks, and welcome back to the farm. It is an absolutely gorgeous day today. It's Father's Day. In fact, I've got my own little helper, but she's hiding out in the lambing shed, having the time of her life. But right away here, we're going to head down to the lower west pasture, and we're going to take the cows some salt mineral. And then we're going to come back up here to the pig pen. We've been running this tub and a tire for water. And the beautiful thing about the tub and the tire is that it gives them lots of water. They can't tip it over, they can't muck in it, and you know what, summertime it's a fantastic option. Today is the first day I've ever come out and noticed that all the water was gone out of it. So A, I want to fill it up, make sure there's no leaks, and B, well, you know what, if it's water drinking season, I don't really feel like packing water. So what we've been doing is just running the garden hose and then just fill it up every kind of couple days thing. Well, can I make that easier? Probably. So we've got some floats that we would usually use for a standalone water trough kind of thing. I'm gonna see if I can't put a little float in there. Just run a garden hose into it, run it up to the house. Maybe it'll be hands-free. I guess we'll see. I guess before we go there, this compost pile, actually we had this piled up. I let it completely cool, not intentionally, just didn't stay on top of it like I should have. And then we got a little bit of rain, checked the temperature, really got up to like 35 degrees Celsius, which is like 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And I was like, well, that's really not where we want to go. And then yesterday we got what would it be? Just over half an inch of rain in about a half an hour. So it poured quite heavily. And we can see there's a little bit of steam coming off the pile here this morning. So I'm gonna dig in there and see if we can't get a temperature on it. See if we're making up some ground here. Yeah, there's definitely some magic happening in there. Hopefully it's going to get up to that 130 degrees where we know we're actually cooking again. Yep, perfect. We are definitely in the right range there. Can you say hi to the folks at home? You say hi to the folks at home? No? Camera shy? All right. Have a nice day. Good morning, Miss Moo Cow. Lovely day, isn't it? All right, so welcome back to the chicken house. As you can see, in the past few days, we've done some whitewashing in here, and we did get a question from one of our viewers over at Tambaroora Station this morning, asking whether or not, if we changed our minds, if we could ever paint over this stuff. And the answer, well, yes and no. Because it's lime, you have to apply a special primer on top of it. Otherwise, it's just gonna eat whatever paint you put directly on top of it, because it is a little bit alkaline, right? So the paint's not gonna bond very well. It's all gonna peel off, probably gonna look like crap. What you can do though is add some pigment to your whitewash. So if you ever like, oh, you know what, I don't want it white, I want it to be purple or green or whatever, add some pigment to the whitewash and you can make this directly over top, make it whatever color you want. It's gonna be fantastic. So wide range of colors. It's probably gonna be a pastel thing because obviously there's a lot of white involved in this. The other question came up as well, how much does it cost to do this? So we bought, very vocal this morning. Quite proud of herself, just laid an egg. Anyways, yeah, one bag, 6 kilogram bag of lime, is hydrated lime, sorry, was $19 from the Home Hardware in Grand Prairie. Any hardware store that sells building supplies and not just, you know, coffee makers and rubber boots should essentially be able to supply you with that. Anyways, enough about that. It's a beautiful day out here. It'd be a great day to do some farm projects, but it is Father's Day. So you know what? We're gonna tap out and take a day. We're gonna head over to Spring Lake and go spend some family time over there. Maybe put a rod in the water. Well, a hook in the water. Hopefully the rod doesn't end up in the water.
No, don't splash, Mama.
Mama. Let's splash, Mama.
No, don't splash, Mama. Frog. It's a frog.
What? Yeah. Aw, that's so cute. it.
Oh, did you catch a fish? Did you catch a fish? He's wheeling. Oh, you're doing so good. Did you catch a fish? Well, folks, we're back from the lake. We're here in the pig pen. It's time to rig up, float for the tub and the tire. Now, ladies, if you're wondering what to get your husband for Father's Day, there's no better gift than the Jack Hawk 9000. I did not get this for Father's Day. In fact, I got this from a back alley liquidation store in Red Deer. But nevertheless, it's going to come in handy here on Father's Day. So what I'm dealing with is these brackets. These brackets on the back of the float valve are intended to go over a 2x4 or a standard conventional water trough. Now, this is not a standard conventional water trough. This is, as previously mentioned, tub and a tire. So when you're working with this around this lip here, you can see that the tub actually overlaps the bead of the tire. Now, if I'm to put this in here and get it in there, this is going to want to sit at a 45-degree angle. That's probably not a 45-degree angle, but nevertheless, the float's not going to do what it's supposed to do. So how am I going to defeat that? Well, I'm going to pull that right out of there. I'm going to take that giant knife and I'm going to pierce a hole right in here and another one right in here, and then we'll jam that float straight down so it can sit straight up and down. Well, if you doubt the ability of a knife like that to do damage like that, you've never seen Rambo. In fact, I've seen in Rambo, they actually cut barbed wire with a knife just like this. It was just like this. It was not this. In fact, it was not able to cut the sidewall of the tire out with this knife because it's not the Rambo knife. It's the knife I got in the back alley liquidation store in Red Deer, Alberta. So nevertheless, I was able to prop some 1x4 behind it, and we're just filling it up to see if the float is in the right position. Well, the pigs are having their supper, and we're gonna try this again. I had to redo it and rotate everything around. So the float was over here initially. And because of the principles of fluid dynamics, whereby a fluid is gonna conform to the shape of any container within which it's held, and if that container is at a slight angle, it's just gonna run off to the side before this float can catch it. So all we did is rotate this around a little bit so that the float is over on this side. Let's go ahead and fill it up. See if we can make some magic happen. Well, there you have it. I'd say that's looking pretty successful. As long as the pigs don't root around in there and knock the float off and discombobulate it all, I think we should be in pretty good shape. Now, a guy could really go into all the effort to build a secure box and everything to kind of keep this away from the pigs, but we'll just try this out for now, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, we'll experiment one day at a time. Well, folks, I'm all done chores for the day. Now, I never told you this earlier, but it's actually 34 degrees out right now. Now, for the folks in the States, I'm talking about 34 degrees Celsius. So if you think, oh no, it's so cold, so cold. No, I mean, it's super hot. How hot? Think Arizona in November. That's how hot. Anyways, what that really means is it's time to go fix up a cup of tea and probably jump in that ice cold swimming pool that we haven't heated yet. So I'll let you go for now. I hope you have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.